Hey, what's going on with y'all? Once again, this is JVille, CEO of INC Tutoring. Just kind of want to make another video real fast about. I had two questions or two things come up before, which is one, how exactly was the process into getting into Microsoft Corporation? My interview process, how was it? And also, are we still going to continue INC Tutoring while I'm in North Dakota at Microsoft? I'm going to answer those two questions for you. First question is, okay, what exactly happened in the interview process, or what goes down in the interview process of Microsoft Corporation? Well, here's kind of how it goes down. I was hired through the program Microsoft Academy of College Hires, which basically takes undergraduates and graduates in their respective universities for whatever major they are. If you're a tech major, that's great. If you're not a tech major, no big deal. They do hire the brightest and the best people. That's what they want to do, and that's what they tend to do every single year since its inception. So it's been they've been able to weed out people pretty well based on the questions that they ask, etc., and things of that nature. But first thing is first, they contact a recruiter. Basically contacts you, or you talk to a recruiter, and if you talk to them and show great interest and do really well there, they'll invite you to do an interview, a phone screening. In the phone screening, they'll ask you certain questions depending on the role you're going to be, whether or not you're a technical account manager, which is what I was hired on to do, or an associate consultant, or a software engineer, a software design engineer and test, all kind of different roles that you can be hired on. But those are some basic roles through the mock program. And my particular process, I was asked quite a few different questions during the phone interview, and ended up after the phone interview, I waited about 2 weeks, and I was like, man, I probably didn't even get it. So I just kind of relaxed a little bit, just waited for feedback, and then all of a sudden, I was sitting there at work one day and got a call, or got an email rather, stating that I got chosen for the next round. When you get chosen for the next round, what that normally means is that you got an opportunity, or you are now about to go to fly to Redmond, Washington, which is the headquarters for Microsoft Corporations, and you fly to Seattle, and then you go through another interview process again. However, for the mock hires this time, what they do is, before the actual interviewing event, they have a networking, if you will, event that you're supposed to attend with all the managers and recruiters there, so you can meet the managers and mingle a little bit. They kind of will test your little mingling skills and your networking skills and see how you can kind of get around to get information and fish information out. So that happens first, and then once that night's over with, then the big day comes and you go through your interviews. You can have as much up to 5, maybe 6, maybe 7 interviews back to back, and your whole day is an hour each. All the interviews are an hour each long, with about 15 minutes break in between. So your day is long. It's almost like working a whole day, but you're interviewing a whole day basically. So you get asked different questions from different teams. Based on the position that you applied for and what you're going for, you may get 2 different types of positions and 2 different types of sets of people that actually come in to ask you questions, anywhere from behavioral questions to strategic questions to possibly off-the-wall questions to technical questions to all kind of different things. They want to make you. They want to see how you think. How do you logically approach problems and be able to solve problems under pressure? How do you go about doing things through your thinking processes? And you don't necessarily have to have always the right answer, but they want to see how you got to that answer and the reasoning behind it. So you'll get done with that process. Once you get done with all that process, you'll be held down into the lobby where you kind of wait for your answer or whatnot as to whether you were offered a role or not. You'll get that information that day. So you'll be waiting until after based on your alphabetical order of your last name, you'll be asked to wait for that decision. And once you get that decision, you'll know pretty much if you got offered a job or not. So that's basically how the particular situation went. That day, I got offered a role of technical account manager for Microsoft Corporation in the Premier Services, working with the enterprise accounts, which are the big accounts, corporate accounts. I'll be assuming that role in the first quarter of next year, which is going to be around February. So I'll probably move in November, December to Fargo, North Dakota, which is pretty cold from what I understand. I have to see that movie still, Fargo, but just to kind of get an inkling of what it's like. But I've never been there before in my life, so I'm going to try and work that out and try and make the best of it if I can. I'll have a cohort of people that got chosen, about 30 students, about 30 candidates total across the United States even made it to this process. Then my group was 15 people, and then I think 7 people out of that 15 even made it past that and got offered a position. So it's pretty stringent process, and they weed out people who they need to weed out. So very good process. That's how my interview process went at Microsoft. If you have any more questions on that, definitely ask me, hit me up. If you ever wanted to work in Microsoft or aspire to work there, let me know, and I can definitely answer some questions with that process, but maybe able to actually get some other people to answer other questions for you if possible. You could also go to the Microsoft or the Microsoft Facebook as well, where you can post some questions. So that's that. Secondary, yes, INC will still be in effect when I'm there. I'm in North Dakota. I got 3 or 4 people here in Dallas that are actually going to help me run the business, of course, and make things smooth from my absence or through my absence in North Dakota. My clients that want to deal with me only, you can still deal with me and I'll still tutor you, but I'll do it through Skype or Uvu. But just let me know, we'll get it done. All right, just because the CEO's leaving out of the area does not mean that business does not continue. I will still continue business as usual and get you taken care of, as we will always do, and provide you excellence. All right, excellence every single time. No matter what we do, no matter what tutor you get with, we will provide you with excellence every single time. All right? So don't worry, don't fret. INC's got your back no matter where we are. All right? We're national. No matter where we are, we have your needs completed. All right? So don't worry about that. Any more questions for me? Holler at me, JVille, CEO of INC Tutoring. All right? www.inctutoring.com. Twitter at INC Tutoring, and Facebook, facebook.com/INC Tutoring. Okay? Good night.